Hi guys, this is Kudo, and today in this video I will show you how you can create a slider menu, aka a carousel on a mobile device. Before going further on this tutorial, you need to watch my previous video on the swipe menu on the mobile device. So let's get into it. So welcome back for my third part of this tutorial and the final, I guess. So, so I add something new. During the setup scroll bar, I add the scroll bar value to be equal to 0 because sometime I don't know Unity get buggy and for the scroll view, let me show you. Sometime it's sorry, it's here. Sometime I don't know. It's set up to 0.5. So make sure when you start the set, when you call the setup scroll bar, make sure the scroll bar value is equal to 0. Anyway, so as you can see on the previous video on my demonstration, you can see sometime it can be buggy, and this is because one frame or maybe two frame, the coroutine is out and the player is trying to swipe again. So it just have a little bit of time to scroll and move the scroll rect. And and because of that, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna at the end of the coroutine, I will force I will force the position of my slide. So let me show you how this thing will work. So let's create void force position carousel. So sorry, position with P. Okay, carousel. So I need int my current slide, uh, my current slider. Uh, I think it will not work. Uh, yeah, anyway, my current slider. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna loops on int e is equal to 0 if e is lower than my slide dot count. We're gonna do e plus plus. All right, and if e if e equal to my current slide, so what I'm gonna do is um, it's very easy. I'm just gonna do uh, I'm gonna do scroll bar. So it is scroll bar dot value. It will be equal to pose scroll value of e. That's it. So with this thing, we can force the position to the carousel. So because we force the scroll value, so this function need to be called before we enable the scroll value. So here we call this here, and this should fix the problem. So so after this, what I'm gonna do to make sure he can't slide, I will just in the swipe value, because sometime I got some issue. What I'm gonna do, if input touch count equal 0 and is sliding equal a 4 equal to false, I can allow this. And last thing I want to do is to put to put my scroll bar rect dot enable to false equal false to avoid the issue I show you on the mobile. So basically, this should work fine, but I want to add something more. So let's create another function. Let's create the function to have some some animation, not an animation, but let's create a function. Let's create resize carousel. So, all right. And what I need to do is to have int uh, my current slider. All right. And what I'm gonna do is very easy. So I will add some effect to the carousel, will be very nice. What I'm gonna do is I will call my slide, all right, my current slide, oops, my current slide dot transform dot local scale will be equal to vector3 dot lerp of my slide of my current slide dot transform dot local scale and vector3 dot 1. All right, and the speed I will put 0.1 f. Oops, it's lowercase. All right. So so that will be my size of my current slider, but uh, let's put another side for the other slider. So for int. So I just need to take back this method. So okay, so let's put it here for int na, 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 na. And if uh, difference to my current slide, what I'm gonna do is very easy. I will take this, all right, and not my current slide, but e local cal will be equal to vector3 to vector3. So let's copy paste this to win some time. And my current sign, not my current sign, but e. And instead of put vector1, let's put a new vector3 of 0.8 f 0.8 f and 0.8 f. That should work fine. So let's call this function uh, during my coroutine. So here, okay, and let's call it here after this resize, and it will be equal to my, all right, and it will add some effect to call this function again just after the coroutine to make sure um, the resize is good. So basically, that should work just fine. And last thing I want to do, so I can remove, I don't need this, but I need an image. So let's create image of, remember the black background. So let's create black background. And what I'm gonna do, so just a quick correction, I just need to tell you to call the black background enable true before you enter the coroutine and enable to false after you quit the coroutine because it's much nice. And do not forget to put black background enable to false during the setup scroll bar. So that's it. And do not forget to here. here on the content to drag and drop your black black background and to make sure everything working fine. When you set up your scroll bar, you can call it here and just enable to be sure it's off. So let's build our code and I'll be right back. So there it is, guys. So as you can see, when I swipe, uh, you, you can see the carousel is working, or the slider, call it whatever you want. And oops, I think I miss a picture, but basically it's working just fine. And as you can see, when every time I swipe, you can see some effect like a low scaling in and scaling out. This is a function we just implement. So that's it, guys. That was the tutorial on the slider. So hope you guys enjoy it. If you like it, just thumb up and comment below the video. It will be very nice. And I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.